Hey Douglas, how's it feel to be in San Diego?
Feels good. Nice little town,
Yeah, it is for sure. So it's been over a year since we last seen you. What have you been up to? Where have you been at?
Man, same old, pretty much waiting for a fight too, but we're always in the gym, always training. We're just waiting for the call. I know there's a lot of weight, with the merge and all of that stuff. So, I have to sit out for a while. But it's good, man. We're being in the gym, like I said, we've been training, so just excited. Fight week finally here.
So you had some of those issues with your contract, but they're now resolved. Can you give us any details of how long you're going to stay with the PFL, how many fights, just anything?
I can't really get into details right now. We signed the extension and stuff. We got this fight. I don't know what happens after, looking at one thing at a time. So right now I just got to, get through with this fight, and then we keep going from there,
Yeah, just playing everything out one by one.
Yeah.
So you've been training with Trayshawn Gore a bit ahead of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been using him as a main partner due to his similar build as Aaron Jeffery, or is that just someone you train with a lot?
Yeah, I train with him a lot. He started training with us maybe 7 years ago, so he's always a training partner. It's good. He's heavy. He's really strong, man. Like physically, he's one of the strongest guys I've ever, worked with. So he's always there in my camp. So it's something that we do a lot.
You've always done some charity, giving back to the youth through MMA. Just how does it feel to know that you've been such a big impact on the Brazilian scene and just the Brazilian youth coming up and trying to be like you?
It feels good, man. It's always good to give back, like you said, and whatever I can do to support, to help, people that look up to me and stuff like that is good. It just feels good. Same with the gym. We got a gym that has a bunch of fighters, so it's like end of the day it's about giving back. It's good to build, different young fighters. It's a dream of mine, so I'm sure it's a dream of a lot of people too. So I just want them to go, further than I went. So it's good to do something like that.
It's absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's up, Douglas? How do you see this fight playing out with Aaron Jeffery?
Tough fight, man. He's a tough customer. He's good wrestling. He's good at striking on the ground. So prepare for everything. We worked, for every scenario this fight takes place, and win. He's got to win no matter what. If it's standing, ground, decision. I just got to go over there and get my job done and get the W.
Okay, and did you happen to watch his fight with Fabian Edwards?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I guess, a similar style matchup. What are some of your takeaways from that, watching that?
He's kept his game plan and kept doing it the whole thing, playing that clinching game the whole time, It's his style, I guess, and I think he's going to do a similar game plan to me because, me and Edwards kind of have the similar styles, so I believe he's going to do the same thing. We're prepared for it,
Okay, and then what do you think Fabian did good in that fight?
Because he was, he could have gone either way, he was very close, but Fabian defended really well. He landed some better shots, as far as striking. And I don't know, I think he just did more damage.
Okay, and I know you can't really talk about the contract situation, but for fans wondering how much longer they can see you around for, do you plan to be around the sport for a little bit longer, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I thought about it in the past, when I'm going to stop, but man, I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm healthy, my body feels good. Maybe another 2 years in this game.
2 years or so?
Another year, 2 years, we'll see. But as of right now, I'm not thinking about it.
Okay, gotcha. And as far as after this fight, how soon you want to get back in there, potentially?
As soon as possible. I got to stay busy, man. My last fight was a year. We were just talking about it yesterday. It was a year and 3 months, without fighting. So, especially, at this age, I gotta stay busy. I don't want to stay out for a while. So, maybe in the next 4 or 5 months, I want to get back in for sure.
Okay, thank you.
The Phenom, how we doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. This is going to be your 45th professional fight, man. A true legend of the sport. When you think about how far you've come and the goals that you set out for yourself in the very beginning, what comes to mind thinking back on this journey?
Man, it's been a fun one. You know what I mean? Man, it's good. We traveled the world. Fought the best, both the best. Won belts, lost belts. it's a great learning experience, you know, and I'm happy with it, you know. Could have been better, could always been better, you know what I mean? Lost some fights that, you know, maybe I shouldn't have lost, but man, it's part of the journey, you know. It's like going up a hill, go down sometimes, go up, and man, it's been an amazing one, you know. I can't wait to keep it going, you know. I don't know for how much longer, but man, I want to keep doing it, you know. It's a passion, it's a love of mine, and man, I just love doing it.
What about that big viral knockout that gets posted almost every week and still to this day?
Yeah, that was a good one. Like I said, man, people love that one. Every time it gets posted, you know, it gets a lot of hit, but, you know, it happens sometimes, you know. Not good for MVP, but, you know, it's what people love watching, so, you know, I can't do anything about that.
And now, obviously, throughout this past camp, you made a bunch of posts to social media showing and talking about how much, you know, how great the camp had been. Now that you've reached these stages in your career, your 45th professional fight, stuff like that, is it safe to say that you're enjoying the process more, or is it starting to take some toll and taxing on the mind and body?
I mean, mind and body is the hardest thing, you know. To keep the body healthy, I think it's one of the main things in camps, because, man, you know, with the time, you know, it's been almost 20 years, you know, that I've been doing it. So as you get older, you learn how to train smarter, you know. I can't do 3 sessions a day like I used to do, you know, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So I know we just, you know, with the experience, you learn how to be smarter with the camps and with the training. So the main thing for me is just staying healthy, you know. You're in shape, you're strong, but you gotta stay healthy for these camps. You know? And that's the main thing that I look at it right now.
And last for me, your thoughts on this stylistic matchup this coming weekend with Aaron Jeffery?
Style is all the same, honestly. You know, he's good everywhere. You know, I just gotta defend what's his best and impose my will. You know, striking hard, and you know, get this W. It's gonna be a good one.
Thank you, man.
What's up, Douglas? How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good. So you spoke about all this experience. You've been in the game for a long time. I think your first pro fight was 2006. I was 5 years old. So after all this and being through all these fight weeks, all these fight camps, are the nerves different? Do you have less nerves at this stage of your career heading into a fight, or is it still the same?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's like my 50th fight almost, you know, if I can count the amateurs and all this stuff. But man, nerves still the same. You know, it never changes. It never changes. Once you walk in that stage, butterflies is always there. I think everybody has it, you know. You just got to deal with it. It's just how you deal with it, you know. But the nerves is always there. Same feeling as the first fight, honestly. You know, I've been in it for, you know, like a lot of times, but man, never changes. It's always the same. It doesn't matter where it is, you know. Inside the cage, for me, it's always the same. Always gonna have the nerves, you know. But you know, that's part of it.
Yeah, of course. So you spoke about fighting being your greatest passion in life. Are you still as passionate about it? Do you still love it as much as you once did back in the past when you were starting out?
I mean, I want to say I do, because I'm still doing it, you know, but, you know, some days you wake up, you're like, oh, man, you know, this again, that again, but, man, it's like, it keeps me going, you know. When I say enough, then it's enough, you know, but if I'm fighting, I still got passion, I still got love for it. It gets harder, it definitely gets harder, because, man, your body feels it, you know, but there's ways, man. It's like I said, you just got to be smart with it, you know. If I got love for it, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know, if my health allows me to go, I'm still gonna keep going. You know.
I know you're fully focused on this fight and you're not thinking about retirement at the moment right now, but is it a scary feeling to think about 20 years, almost, you say almost 50 fights, including amateurs, to one day when you do decide to retire, to not have another fight camp, to not have another fight week, to not have another fight to look forward to? Is that a little bit of a nervous feeling? Or?
Oh no, man, I'm looking forward to that. You know, I like, you know, spending time with the family. I like traveling. You know, I'll still be in the gym training. You know, it's just the camp is gonna be mostly for the other guys. You know, I'll be helping out. You know, of course, I'm always gonna be in this sport. You know, I'll be probably competing in maybe some jiu-jitsu tournaments. I'll be competing, but it's just, I mean, I won't miss the camps, you know. The training, of course, you're in top shape, you know, physically you feel good, but heck no, I'm not gonna miss that. Weight cuts, you know, man, my drops to 170, my goodness, man, I don't wanna look back at that, you know. There's takeaways, you know, the wins, you know, some amazing moments that I've been in this sport that, man, I just can't explain to people how good it feels, you know. like they say in this sport, it's the highest highs and the lowest lows, you know. But man, when it's all done and I'm retired, I'll be super happy. Like, man, I'm glad I'm not going through that crap again. But you know, you just gotta enjoy it, man. You gotta, whatever you do in life, you gotta enjoy it, you know. If you don't, you know, if there's no fun in it, why are you doing it, you know? So even jobs, works, man, you gotta love what you're doing, you know? And that's what makes it fun.
Those moments you're talking about, these fights, your legacy will be talked about for a long time after you retire. So you've done a lot in the sport. And then last one, you mentioned your family. You got a whole bunch of people back here, big team, big family. What can you tell me about the people that are here with you today and what it would mean to bring a win back to your people?
Man, it's just gratitude, you know. My wife and kids didn't make it for this one, but man, my friends over there back, he's been a friend with me. He always comes to my fights, man. He brought like 40 people from Atlanta. 40 people to come watch me. So man, it's like the type of love and support that, man, it's hard to get, you know. So I'm just grateful, you know, grateful for all of them, you know, the fans that's always been supporting me, you know, to the highest highs and the lowest lows. You know, there's people that's always there for me, no matter what, you know. So it makes it worth it, man. It makes you work hard, and man, it's like you can't explain some of this stuff that we go through in here, you know.
And then lastly, what about the promotion? What about Bellator? Are you glad to have called Bellator home for all of these years?
Man, it's like I love it. You know, I've been a company guy for all my career. You know, Bellator, they know it, man. They call me. You know, it's this guy, this date. Okay, I'm there. You know, and nothing but gratitude, man. You know, being a fun ride with them. You know, and I'm always grateful for Bellator and everything they did for me in my career. You know, it's like 12 years almost, man. 12, 13 years. You know, so. There's a lot of changes, of course, but man, the gratitude is always going to be there. You know?
Thank you, man. Good luck.
Pleasure, buddy.
What's up, Douglas? Raul right here. You're a former world champion, multiple-time Grand Prix winner. I know it's been asked a bunch since we've been here, but is there any like set goals or anything you've told yourself that you want to accomplish before you hang up the gloves?
I mean, goals for me, it's like, man, I always say this when they ask me, if I'm fighting somewhere, you gotta aim for the top, you know. And the top, of course, is always the belt. So if I don't have the belt with me, my goal is always gonna be fighting for the belt, you know. I'm here in this new division now for me, you know, I got a win the last time. You know, I'm fighting a guy that just lost to the challenger, you know, so that's the goal, man. Beat this guy, you know, and find a way to get to the belt as soon as possible, you know. I don't have a lot more time in the sport, but you know, while I'm here, you know, I want to be looking for that shot in more time.
Like that. You're big in the community. I see you run your own jiu-jitsu classes. You post about child abuse. I just want to know, what does that mean to you, and what does it mean to give that to the next generation?
Everything, you know, it's like when it's said and done here, you know, I want to, like I said before, I want to pass it on. You know, I want to be able to, you know, to give an opportunity for other guys, you know, to, you know, live this, because it's a dream, you know, I'm living my dream right now, you know, to being a professional fighter. You know, ever since, you know, I first watched my first MMA fight, you know, it's something that I want to do. So it's good to have a platform for other fighters, you know, maybe some connections here and there that might put them in, you know, in a bigger show, you know, a bigger platform. So it's great to give out, to give back, you know, whatever I can pass it on to anybody there at the gym, I will. You know, I'm not holding anything back as far as teaching, you know, what I learned in this journey. You know, so it just feels good to be able to pass that on.
Okay, and last one for me, you kind of touched on it, approaching 50 fights, almost 20 years in this game. What advice can you give to younger fighters that want to make this a career?
Yeah, just know it's not easy. You know, there's gonna be a lot of no's, you know, there's bumps in the road, but man, just keep the faith, keep doing it. You know, if it's something you love, keep working hard, no shortcuts, you know what I mean? Take it easy on partying, drinking, stay away from that stuff and just focus on what you gotta do, you know. That's what I gotta say to the young people, because it's a hard sport, you know, it's not easy. Nowadays everybody gets, you know, everybody's good, man. Everybody's good nowadays, you know. The sport has evolved a lot. You know, my first 3 fights, I didn't know what ground and pound was. You know, I didn't know about punching in the ground. So that's how it was back then. But nowadays, everybody's good. You know, there's good gyms all over the place. So man, just stay focused. That's the main thing. Stay focused. Know it's a hard road, but it's definitely worth it.
Deus abençoe.
Well, man. Thanks, brother.
Hey, how's it going, Douglas?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good, good. It's MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. I mean, let's talk about something, man. You've been fighting professionally now since 2006, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just talk about that feeling of winning. Because, you know, sometimes when fighters lose that feeling of winning, they feel like it's time to give up, it's time to quit, it's time to do something else.
Yeah.
You was able to get that win last fight out against Van Den Steenis. Can you just talk about that feeling and what it does to you to make you feel as a warranted fighter?
Yeah. Man, can't explain the feelings of winning, man. Especially when you go through a lot of losses, you know. Like I had a terrible run, before that last win, and it's like you get to a point where you feel like, man, what is going on? What is happening? You just miss that feeling of winning. And but like I said, you just gotta keep. If you know it inside you that you still got more, and you just keep going. A lot of times, like mentally, you're not there. I think that's what happened with me in those fights. Something was off. I can't explain what it was, but there were some losses there. That was like, man, come on, how you gonna let that happen? But just gotta, man, stay positive and keep going. I can't explain it, man. Some of the stuff that I go through there, like mentally, I just can't explain it. I just go there and do it. And that's what I did in the last fight. That's what I plan on doing on this one again. Because, man, the most important thing is winning. It's not easy, man. Winning is not easy in this game, especially at the highest level, at the top of the, it's not easy to win.
I mean, especially when you got everybody going to war for you, you got your family, cheering on for you, defending you, fight after fight, fight after fight. They finally get to run into the cage, give you that big celebration. I mean, that smile right there has to be a great feeling, though, right?
It's like I said, if you're not living it, if you're not there, you can't explain it, man. You can't explain the feeling of lifting your hands at the end of the day. Because what you go through in these camps, man, it's like not just training, it's like at home, family, gyms, jobs. We go through a lot, man. It's like regular people wouldn't understand that, So it's just amazing. End of the day, you go through those crazy weight cuts, recover, fight again the next day. So it's man, fighting is something different,
Got it, man. I mean, they're not giving you any easy matchups. I mean, a matchup against Aaron Jeffery, he seems like he's been in the spotlight every single fight. They got you as the underdog in this one. Are you looking to showcase your striking in this matchup, or how do you think it's going to play out?
Yeah, showcase everything, everything I got to do to win, strike him hard, defend whatever he throws. Yeah, man, it's like you said, there's no easy fights in here, It's like I was coming off those losses and people were like, man, why did you accept this fight? Man, it's like what they gave me, I'm just here to fight. I'm not gonna, handpick my guys, It's like whatever they throw at me, I just gotta say yes and do it. No different with this one, man. This guy is, for me, it's top 2, top 3, Fought the challenger, fought a really good fight that could have gone either way. But I'm here to fight him, I'm here to win. Eventually earn that shot one more time.
Yeah, no time to lose at this stage of your career, so only got to use the tools that you got available. What do you think is going to be more important, your speed or your power?
Everything, mix them both together makes it a perfect combination. Speed, power, put them out, go to the next one.
Last one for me. Name one of your up-and-coming fighters that you got coming out from your gym, from your training camp that we should be on the lookout for.
It's going to be hard to name somebody. So many great fighters there, man, like amateurs, man. Like, there's a bunch of guys there at the gym. Yeah, I don't want to say a name and then forget about the next one. Then they're going to hit me after, but man, all love for all those guys in the gym, man. Y'all gonna be hearing about them really soon, and they're gonna, make a name for themselves in this sport for sure.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, brother.
All right, we're only gonna have time for one Zoom question, so let's go to Mike Pendleton. Mike Pendleton, can you hear me?
Yeah, you were cut out. Thank you, Gabby. Douglas, speaking earlier today to all of us, Aaron Jeffery said it would be a lifetime achievement to get a win over you. You've made it very clear you're on a journey to another path to a title. So while it would be a lifetime achievement for him to beat you, what would it mean to you at this stage of your career to get a win over him and show that you're ready for a title shot at 185?
words from him, man. Lifetime achievement. Getting a win in this sport right now, that's what it feels like. You know, everybody's tough, everybody's good. You know, every fight, you know, it's not easy to win. You know, so I'm here to do it. You know, earn another shot. You know, I know his game. I know he's ready. Very, very, very tough. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to come here. You know, get this win one more time. You know, and keep going with this run. You know, it'll be an honor, man. I'm happy. You know, finally to be on the stage one more time. Man, can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. You know.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Douglas.
Thanks, guys.